within the home.
They say if you get the flu, take plenty of fluids. But we think you'll feel much better taking them with a pouch of new Honey Flu, the first effective flu medicine made with real honey in a convenient, ready-to-pour pouch. New Honey Flu, a natural choice for the flu from Robitussin.
We combine power and intelligence and created a way to clean your pipes like they've never been cleaned before. New Liquid Plumber Foaming Pipe Snake Clog Remover.
Tonight on Access Hollywood.
Happy New Year to you.
It's Nicholson, De Niro, Will, and Elizabeth in D.C. with the president.
I can't think of it any place else in the world I'd rather be.
In Canada, it's Celine's final curtain call. And in Las Vegas, why a last-minute song needed to be added for Barbara. Plus, Prince William, a royal hangover. We go global for the millennium.
Then Warren Beatty finally makes his presidential decision and his caustic comments on Clinton. Plus,
The first time, or nearly the first time, that they had intimate relations, they were trying to get pregnant.
all you wanted to know about his marriage to Annette Bening and more.
And Peter Jennings' Marathon Millennium.
The rest of us in the control room were also quite broken up.
What happened behind the scenes during his emotional breakdown.
Plus, Bo Derek.
I care so much for him.
The Perfect 10 opens up about her co-star Dudley Moore's life-threatening disease.
And Jerry Seinfeld out with the guys just 1 week after his wedding. So where was his bride? Light 'em up, boys. This is Access Hollywood for 1-3-2-0-0-0.
A surprising secret about Warren Beatty and Annette Bening's first date. Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy O'Dell.
Happy New Year, Nancy. Hi, folks. I'm Pat O'Brien, and Warren and Annette, cover couple, are who's happening in Hollywood right now. The two open up to Vanity Fair magazine, and we are first to take you inside the pages. It's sex and politics with one of Hollywood's hottest couples, and Warren finally answers that presidential question.
His exact words are, "I am not now running for president."
Warren Beatty breaks news to Vanity Fair's Peter Biskin. The Oscar winner's widely publicized interest in politics will not lead to a run for the White House. The reason, according to Biskin, reality set in.
He's going to have 4 kids under 8. He wants to make some more movies. Can't really be a father or a filmmaker and run for president at the same time.
Beatty, a lifelong Democrat, and his wife, Annette Bening, reveal in the cover story that they are disappointed in the Clintons. Bening says, quote, "You just don't trust them." The couple also got candid about their love life. They met 9 years ago on the set of Bugsy, and Bening admits it was love at first sight.
The first time, or nearly the first time, that they had intimate relations, they were trying to get pregnant.
Now, Bening, at 41, is expecting her 4th child and proudly shows off her belly in these new shots by Herb Ritts. The actress should also expect a nomination and an invite to this year's Oscars for her gripping performance in American Beauty.
Oh, I am so proud of you.
The only problem, it falls right near her due date.
My guess is that short of actually giving birth, she'll go.
And while Warren has ruled out a presidential run, he has not ruled out a California Senate seat. You can read more in the new Vanity Fair on newsstands nationally, January 11th. Nancy.
Well, Warren and Annette didn't celebrate the millennium at the White House, but a score of other stars did, and we were there. In fact, we are going coast to coast and around the globe to see how the world's biggest celebrities kissed the 20th century farewell.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Happy 2000.
From Times Square to the Las Vegas Strip, the stars celebrated in style, and the hottest ticket around, the Clintons' White House bash, which even brought out media-shy Elizabeth Taylor. Still recovering from a back injury, she moved slowly but looked smashing in her red gown and matching diamond choker and earrings.
Oh, it's a huge honor. It's a great honor. I just couldn't be more thrilled to be here. I can't think of it any place else in the world I'd rather be.
Any new resolutions for the new millennium?
Not to break my back again.
Mr. Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson, his date Laura Flynn Boyle, and Robert De Niro hobnobbed with the president. And the night's entertainment? Yes, that's Will Smith getting jiggy with the Clintons in a CBS TV show produced by Quincy Jones.
Quincy and Hillary Clinton have put together a wonderful event, and we're just really excited to be here.
Vegas was just as exciting, where Barbra Streisand performed a rare concert, and our Sean Robinson was one of the few reporters allowed inside.
And right before the clock struck midnight, there was a very special millennium moment. Barbara called her husband, actor James Brolin, on stage with her because she said she wanted to start the new year out with him by her side.
The show looked perfect, but music director Marvin Hamlish revealed there was one glitch.
We were running short in the second act, and we needed to add a song, which we did. And then so that we could hit midnight, literally.
Though she was in Vegas, ABC's Connie Chung didn't get to see Streisand. She was too busy reporting on all the festivities on the Strip. She spent midnight among revelers, but told us her family was waiting at a nearby hotel for a private celebration.
As soon as I'm off the air at 1 a.m. Las Vegas time, I'm going to scoot back in there and drink champagne with them.
In Miami, fireworks lit up the sky as Gloria Estefan lit up the stage with a musical extravaganza. In Hong Kong, Whitney Houston helped count down the new year.
2, 1.
And in Montreal, Celine Dion delivered what is expected to be her final concert for a while. At midnight, Celine was joined by husband René Angelil to help usher in the new year in their native French. Even British royalty partied hard. In Wales with his father, Prince Charles, yesterday Prince William admitted he hadn't yet recovered.
Well, while the stars partied the night away, 175 million of you tuned in to ABC to see their monumental coverage and an amazing performance from Peter Jennings. A little bit later in the show, we will take you inside that news machine for what is being called the best millennium coverage on television.
A phenomenal Fantasia New Year's Eve, Hollywood style. Despite the rain, Disney pulled out all the stops for the Hollywood premiere of the classical music and animated dazzler Fantasia 2000, now in IMAX theaters worldwide.
There's just so much about Fantasia 2000 that's exciting, and we just thought this would be a grand way to bring in the new year.
The night wasn't all about classical music. Chicago also headlined the night, ringing in the new year along with Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Now I'm the king of the swingers ball.
So when it ends, well, coming up, Jerry Seinfeld rings in the new year with a car accident. Dan leaves his new bride at home.
Where's Jessica? It's Jerry's day out with the boys. Details on his brideless brunch and his car accident in the Catskills.
And he's the man of the millennium, Peter Jennings. How this Iron Man kept it going for over 24 hours.
Plus, she's always been a perfect 10.
Did you ever really settle into that image of being a sex symbol?
So what's got the 40-something-year-old beauty going retro? It's Beau on Beauty. That's all coming up on Access Hollywood. Access Hollywood brought to you by GM Goodwrench Service Plus. For a dealer near you, visit gmgoodwrench.com.
You know, I bet I drive more than a race car driver. Of course, I only go a few hundred feet. You can tell a lot about someone from the inside of their car or truck. Like how tall they are, or the other things they'd rather spend their money on. Hang on, Roscoe.
Our lifetime guarantee means you'll never pay twice for any covered repair. GM Goodwrench Service Plus. It's for life.
Having a family vehicle you can count on is important. For people and for alligators.
Remember when you were a kid? With your favorite toys? And your favorite place? Now that place lets you share what you loved with your kids in the Millennium Collection Barbie Hot Wheels Happy Meal. Only McDonald's has these 20 once-in-a-lifetime toys. 10 Barbie figurines, some like the dolls you played with. 10 Hot Wheels cars, each cool enough for the new millennium. One special toy in every $1.99 hamburger Happy Meal. So where do you go to make sure your kids' memories look a lot like yours? Did somebody say McDonald's?
Tomorrow on Access Hollywood, Ricky, Brittany, Carlos, or Jennifer. Who will it be? It's Grammy nomination day and reaction from the stars as they get the news.
Good things do come to those who wait. But don't wait any longer, because now is the best time to buy at Sears. For 3 days only, all home appliances, all home audio and video equipment, and all computers are on sale. Guaranteed. For example, save $111 on this Kenmore refrigerator. It doesn't get any better than the best time to buy at Sears. The good life at a great price, guaranteed.
Hello, my name's Terry Baker. I'm a Vietnam veteran. Today, many of America's veterans face a silent enemy, a blood-borne disease called hepatitis C. Symptoms can remain hidden for more than 20 years, even as the disease destroys their livers. Why are veterans at risk? Wounded soldiers receive blood transfusions. Medics and nurses were exposed to the blood of the men and women that they treated. The consequences? Exposure to blood infected with the virus that can lead to cirrhosis of the liver, liver cancer, and even death. Roughly 1 out of 8 U.S. veterans have hepatitis C, and they're not the only ones at risk. Overall, an estimated 4 million Americans are affected, and most still don't know it. Recently, I learned I had the hepatitis C virus. Then I learned all the facts, not only about treatments that could save my life, but also how not to transmit the virus to others. Please get tested, get treated, if not for yourself, for your family.
Jerry Seinfeld and his new bride, Jessica Sklar, have been keeping us on our toes lately. And now for all of you who are asking the question, hey, what did Jerry do this weekend? We got the answer. Jerry Seinfeld may be newly married, but that didn't stop him from ditching his wife New Year's Day to hang out with some of his comic pals.
Guys, over here, please.
Seinfeld, seen here posing with comedians Paul Reiser, Larry Miller, and Mark Schiff, continued his annual tradition of having a guys-only January 1st brunch at the River Cafe in Brooklyn. For the past 20 years, Jerry and his buddies have hung out at the cafe that has sweeping views of Manhattan, catch up, chow down, and smoke stogies. After the 2-hour brunch, a relaxed Jerry jumped into a waiting limo, but he wasn't heading back to his new wife just yet. It was time to hit Brooklyn Bridge and light up more stogies, which for Jerry was easier said than done. After finally catching a break, Jerry and the boys bundled up, slipped into the crowd, and began their brisk walk back to Manhattan, joking and laughing every step of the way. And making news. One downside to Seinfeld's weekend, a car accident. Jerry got into a little fender bender with another car on a mountain road in the Catskills. The comic is fine, but his 1997 silver Mercedes-Benz has been taken to a Manhattan dealership for repairs.
In the late-night ratings wars, The Tonight Show's Jay Leno is still the king of late night, wrapping up the millennium with last quarter ratings of almost 6 million viewers. David Letterman's Late Show is doing better, but is still way behind with 3.96 million viewers. And in the morning show wars, NBC's Today remains the big overall leader with 5.98 million viewers. And despite Good Morning America's last quarter ratings surge, it's still a distant second with just over 4 million viewers. Meanwhile, CBS's The Early Show, even with host Bryant Gumbel, remains a distant third with 2.69 million viewers. That's a 7% decrease from last year.
Well, a major ratings game begins this week, so to speak. So here is your viewing guide to the new game show madness. First up, Greed begins a 3-night run this Wednesday, January the 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Fox. Winning Lines, hosted by Dick Clark, premieres Saturday, January the 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on CBS. And 21 kicks off Sunday, January the 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on NBC, going head-to-head with Regis Philbin and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for 8 consecutive nights on ABC before settling into its 3-day-a-week schedule. Game show madness. Pat.
Sure is. Bo Derek is coming to television as well, Nancy. It was just a year and a half ago that Bo lost her husband of 24 years, John Derek. Now she tells us why she chose this new project and how it's helping her move on with her life.
For decades, Hollywood reigned as the undisputed trendsetter of American fashion.
Looking fabulous at 43. Bo Derek tells our Sean Robinson how she got groovy in a retro mini and go-go boots to host a new show about fashion in Hollywood.
Would you find any of this in your closet?
No, this is not my idea of a pair of boots. But I'm having fun wearing it. The mod 60s arrived in theaters with a bang. I really never understood the impact that Hollywood had on fashion, and vice versa.
So what have you learned about how Hollywood has impacted fashion?
The 60s was certainly one of the last times we broke barriers and had a revolution in fashion.
Bo certainly made her impact on Hollywood when she was cast alongside funny man Dudley Moore in 1979 as a woman who will always be a 10.
Did you ever really settle into that image of being a sex symbol?
Oh, God, no. No, how can you?
Derek has remained friends with Moore and is saddened by his everyday struggle with a debilitating and deadly brain disorder.
I care so much for him, and it's just so unfair.
Have you had a chance to speak to him?
Yes, and I'm going to be speaking to him some more.
Well, you can see Bo's fashion statement tonight on the AMC show The Hollywood Fashion Machine, a series of specials that air throughout the year on American movie classics. She looks great. Nancy.
Hasn't changed a bit. Well, you can now vote on your TV favorites. Millions of voting ballots are being made available inside the new issue of TV Guide for the magazine's second annual awards. The issue is on newsstands now, and you have until January the 28th to pick your most loved stars and shows before the winners are announced Sunday, March the 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern on the live Fox show. Coming up.
Well, it has been a long time.
What drove hard newsman Peter Jennings to tears?
And it's so long, Charlie Brown.
I never dreamed that this is what would happen to me.
The Peanuts creators' emotional farewell to America's beloved cartoon strip.
Hi, honey. I've asked you here tonight to witness a phenomenon that has never before been seen in this house. It's called cooking.
Cooking?
Delicious food that's good for you. The pizza delivery boy's gonna be with his other families tonight.
Skillet Sensations from Lean Cuisine. Fresh-cooked, complete meals, including meat, with all the prep work done for you.
This is a complete meal. Normal families eat them all the time.
Skillet Sensations from Lean Cuisine. It's not just lean, it's cuisine.
Good things do come to those who wait. But don't wait any longer, because now is the best time to buy at Sears. For 3 days only, all home appliances, all home audio and video equipment, and all computers are on sale. Guaranteed. For example, save $111 on this Kenmore refrigerator. It doesn't get any better than the best time to buy at Sears. The good life at a great price, guaranteed.
Here are some fun ways to make a difference.
Go out and get involved. You have the power to make a difference.
Brought to you by your local Jeep dealer and K2.
Everyone has their own idea of a hero.
Magic Johnson. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mr. Neil. My hero, Gloria Stefan.
Martin Luther King. Mr. Hope.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes. They've given them hope. They've given them choices. They've changed their lives.
Well, the children are the heroes.
The most fulfilling thing is watching a child succeed.
I just like to help them make their dreams come true.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach. If you want to make an impact on our future, call 1-800-45-TEACH.
Mr. Wilkins. Mrs. Eisenhower. Mr. Adams.
Be a teacher. Be a hero.
Well, in today's Dollars and Deals, a record-breaking year at the movies. 1999 meant about $7.5 billion in ticket sales at the box office. And this weekend, that little mouse helped kick those numbers up another notch.
I'm Stuart Little!
There's nothing little about this Mighty Mouse. According to early industry numbers, not only was Stuart Little the #1 film of the weekend, ending the millennium with a $16 million take at the box office, but its tiny legs have staying power. The family favorite did an amazing 35% better than last week, bringing its total to nearly $80 million. In fact, the film is so hot, there's already talk of a sequel.
I can't have a mouse on my shoulder, wow.
And Stewart wasn't the only hot rodent in town. The Green Mile and its death row mouse came in second at $13.2 million. That's up 42% from last week, bringing its total to more than $78 million.
You know you got it in you. Because I know you do.
Fresh on its heels, though, is the football epic Any Given Sunday. The previous week's top film dropped to third at $13.1 million, down 4%. Its two-week total is $47.3 million.
I'm officially freaked out now.
And rounding out the top four is Toy Story 2 at $12.2 million. Impressively, the animated hit was up 18% over last week. It has now pulled in a remarkable $208 million, making it the third highest-grossing film of 1999.
And the biggest money-making studio for 1999 is Disney, which earned about $1.2 billion. The Mouse House clinched the top title for the 5th time in 6 years, thanks in part to huge hits like The Sixth Sense and Toy Story 2. Pat.
I like that, the Mouse House. Anyway, right now, he is the 175 million man today, Peter Jennings. That's how many Americans made the top newsman on ABC, the place to watch the Millennium Madness. Just how big is that? Well, that tops last year's Super Bowl tally of 128 million viewers. It was an enormous undertaking, and it was stellar around-the-clock reporting.
ABC 2000.
From sign-on at 4:50 a.m. Eastern on Friday to an exhaustive 24 hours later, Peter Jennings and ABC dominated the millennium with around-the-world and around-the-clock coverage. The newspapers and trade magazines are heralding the network's coverage, which brought in a record number of viewers. TV Guide editor Greg Fagan says ABC's planning and promotion paid off.
I think it was just that they did a great job of promoting it in advance. They did a very good job online of building up the anticipation for it. And I think they just sort of, got the word out there that that was the place to tune in.
During his 24 hours on the air, Jennings wore 4 outfits as he anchored from the network's enormous Times Square studio. He said his favorite moments included London's fireworks display and the light show that enveloped the Eiffel Tower. But the most moving moment came when Jennings broke down while describing the massive undertaking by all the dedicated people behind the scenes at ABC.
We said this was going to be an enormous technological challenge for us to bring the world together, and hundreds of people, get a hold of yourself, Jennings, hundreds of people at ABC News have made it possible, but may I never have to do a broadcast without Nancy Green. Oh, well, it has been a long time. Aaron Brown's been talking to a lot of people around the country and around the world on what this day has meant to them.
Mark Burstein, an executive producer of the coverage, says the ABC 2000 project was unprecedented.
It all came together exactly as we hoped it would. I mean, there was not any one person or any one area that dragged us down.
One day later, 61-year-old Jennings signed off from the Millennium coverage with some unplanned words of wisdom about the year to come.
So the future is exciting and it is uncertain. Thank you very much for joining us for this broadcast. I'm Peter Jennings. Good night from Times Square.
So what did Jennings do Saturday night? What else? Went to a party. And on Sunday, he rested with some tennis friends, and today he was back at work. Nancy?
Well, he's about to end his Charlie Brown run. Coming up, an emotional moment with cartoonist Charles Schulz.
Remember when it was easy to meet people? You could strike up a conversation, easily impress someone, or share a ride. But now you're busy at work. There's chores to do and, ooh, those dance lessons. To meet people the old-fashioned way, just call the Portland People Store. Dial up our free 24-hour automated voice line and listen to single men and women describe themselves. Discover a very private way to meet nice people. The Portland People Store. It could happen to you. But you've got to call right now.
It's Barbara like you've never seen before.
I don't sing in the shower or anything like that.
You don't?
No, do you?
Yes, I do. I sing your songs all the time.
With a karaoke band or something?
No, what are you kidding? I just Acapulco. An intimate conversation with her biggest fan. You had a lot of people say you were never going to make it?
Yeah.
And what did you think in your head when they say that?
I thought they were crazy.
Same thing with me. Two funny girls, one incredible memory. It's one Rosie show you won't forget.
Today at 4 on K2, Channel 2.
Who sprinkled you with horny dust this morning?
I loved her my whole life. You know, if I thought I had a chance, I'd get down on my knees and ask her to marry me right now.
From the moment I saw you, I didn't want anybody else. I didn't care about anybody else.
I might kiss you.
You helped me with that kiss. I love you, Lindsay. For the rest of my life.
Closed captioning and other consideration for Access Hollywood provided by...
In this life, there's just no stopping. No break for a hacking cough. No rest for a raw, sore throat. Aches, fever. But when you're desperate for relief, there is Theraflu. Fast, powerful, hot liquid therapy. With the first sip of that soothing hot liquid, you feel relief is on the way. Soon your throat is soothed, your cough calmed. Maximum strength Theraflu. Now in new honey lemon chest congestion and cough. Instant comfort, powerful relief.
I'm hungry. Whoa. How'd you make lemon chicken?
With Pam.
She got a sister.
All natural lemon flavored Pam.
A touching moment on television today as cartoonist Charles Schulz faced the Today Show cameras. The man behind the Peanut strip talked about the end of one of the most beloved group of cartoon characters in the world.
And all of a sudden, it's gone. It's been taken away from me.
The headline says it all. After nearly 50 years, the Peanuts gang is no more. Charles M. Schulz wrote a simple goodbye in his final daily strip today. He tells the Today Show's Al Roker that he will now devote his time to his battle with colon cancer.
Has it completely sunk in that you're not going to be doing this anymore?
It didn't really sink in until I was writing a little kind of a so long, friends, you know, sort of thing. And then right at the end, I wrote his name, my name, and then it said, and I'll probably start crying. He said, well, that was Charlie Brown, minus, and so. And all of a sudden I thought, you know, that poor kid, he never even got to kick the football. What a dirty trick. He never had a chance to kick the football.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the folks who have read Peanuts for the last almost 50 years?
It is amazing that they think that what I do wasn't good. I just did the best I could.
We'll miss Charlie Brown, won't we?
He didn't need to kick the football.
Bye-bye, everybody.
On the next Access Hollywood, a healed hero, a healing Beatle, and a healthy group of Grammy artists. First up, he won the Tour de France. He was accused of using steroids. Now Lance Armstrong is fighting back in a commercial.
This is my body, and I can do whatever I want to it.
We've got Nike's controversial new offering, and you won't believe the trouble they're having with this. Then, troubling time for George Harrison, but now, thankfully, the former Beatle is home and predictably is taking a hard look at his security. We've got the story on the newly locked down Harrison compound. Attention, Christina, Carlos, Brittany, Mark, Enrique, Cher, Whitney, Ricky. Get out of bed early tomorrow. They're announcing the Grammy nominations. And if you don't get up, tune in here. We'll tell you how you did. So, there you have it. Lance on the attack. You bet he's back.